Do you expect any significant change to gun laws as a result to the recent noise? Not that it'll affect you. Not that it'll affect you. They're always going to try to push some more shit. Do you notice that this kid used, an AR-15, which is said to be the identical AR-15 that was used in Las Vegas, and I believe as well as a couple of other incidents, right? It was set up the same. It's almost like it came off of the same rack and the same armorer set it up, is what it looks like. But they're squealing ghost guns. They're squealing 80% lowers. They're squealing 3D printers. That cat's already out of the bag. If you want to 3D print something, it's already there. Like, they can't take that back, right? They're not going to ban that technology, no matter how much the retards talking about it don't have a grasp of the subject. It's just talking points. Deer don't wear Kevlar, ghost guns. You're like, all the laws they're talking about, all of your killers, it doesn't matter what laws they pass. Your killers still would have killed people. The bad guys, they don't follow the laws. This is not about preventing mass murder. This is all steps to limit citizenry so that they can control you more and tax you more. And when you have finally had enough, you will not be able to defend yourself from corruption. Look at Australia. That's what this is all about. They banned knives in the UK. People are being murdered more than ever in the UK with knives. And the California assault rifle bill, right, banned all these guns, right? Do you know that less than 1% registered those guns? In California, less than 1%. You don't hear about the woman who shot and killed. Yeah, a guy came into a party with a rifle, started shooting, and she smoked his ass. What else you're not hearing, right? The Border Patrol dude, he was getting his hair cut. His wife texted and said there was an active shooter at their kid's school. He didn't have his weapon with him. The gun he used was a shotgun that the barber gave him, and he went in and handled shit. Go to a store, 4473. As long as you're not a criminal, you're good. I bought my first car at 14 for $5,000. Possible he could have been working. Jake Patriot, the kid was working at Wendy's for $8.25 an hour. He was working. The truck he had, he stole. That was a stolen truck from the neighbor. He crashed on the way to the school in a culvert so badly that it ripped the wheel off of the vehicle. See, you guys all have these little pieces, but why don't you have all of the information? Because it's out there, but where you're getting your information from is just dudes. You have a dudes see something and they like the way it sounds, so they share it on social media. They haven't fact checked it. They haven't looked at it. They haven't even looked at the source. Bob shared something Bill said, so they shared it too. The kid had a job. He ordered the guns from Daniel Defense directly. How did he do that? He wasn't 18. Did he have whose credit card did he do that with? He bought the guns. They were shipped to a dealer in his hometown. He turned 18 and he bought the guns at the dealer. I don't know how laws work in Texas. Does he get to take those home the same day? Here's something else you're not hearing. This kid was arrested 4 years ago. Law enforcement picked him up. Guess what they picked him up for? For threatening to shoot a school. The Border Patrol guy had a bullet graze his hat. Yeah, he had staples in his head. I did see that. I didn't know it was a bullet. The Border Patrol dude was a BORTAC guy. BORTAC is their special operations unit. They chopped with JTF 6 and 19th Special Forces, and they did anti-drugs down in Central America. That's what all the black helicopters, that was JTF 6. We built a ton of gear for those guys. That guy, BORTAC wasn't on the scene. That dude lived there, was prior BORTAC or current BORTAC, and his kid's school was getting shot up, and he did what needed to be done. Shot his own grandmother in the face. He did, yes. She turned the router off. There was some argument over cell phone bill or something. She turned the router off. he killed his grandmother. Apparently, he messaged out to some girl that he had been talking to online that he was going to kill his grandmother. If your background passes, you take it home same day. If you have it, no background check. How many of these mass shooters have been on the radar of FBI? How many times have guys gone in and failed their background check and the feds told them to give them the guns anyways? Can anybody raise their hand right now? Thumbs up, whatever. Have you ever heard a story like that? Where the feds knew? Do you remember the investigator? How about this? Whatever happened in Nashville on Christmas Eve when the entire building blew up? The investigator for the FBI that was there, do you know what his claim to fame is? He worked a case with a 16-year-old kid, Muslim kid. They radicalized this kid. They gave him a girlfriend. His girlfriend was given to him by the FBI. She was an informant. They talked to this kid through chat rooms. They told him how to make bombs. And then they gave him the material for a bomb. And then they arrested him for going to make a bomb. This dude has a dozen cases identical to that. How about Whitmer? Whitmer. You got all these dudes like, we need to take care of her, right? If there was 38 people involved in the case, do you know that 37 of them were actual FBI agents or on the payroll for FBI? Do you know that? Anybody raise your hand that's heard that?
Talking about Willis, one of the realest to try. My family, SOE, got the tools to survive.